just try to look at myself objectively, no matter how bright it was. And I was, because I got to sit by the window, which meant I was Bluebird who got to sit by the window because they couldn't be distracted from what they were supposed to do. Those were the only people that could sit by the window. And progressively over towards the wall, you got to the people who literally couldn't read yet. So you had this hierarchy in the first grade. I can still remember. Not only did you sit here, sitting in the back was an honor, not a punishment, because they knew that wherever you were in the room, you'd still know what was going on. So no matter how many positives you had, if you let someone else draw stars on your paper, you were less than like the kid that could make the stars on the paper. I think it wasn't that I got angry with the thing, and I'm only looking at it objectively now, because I didn't want to be a teacher anyway. Can you imagine? I lost a teacher.
Who would want to be a teacher? Is freaking crazy.
Because you had two choices when I was growing up. You could be a nurse or you could be a teacher. And it didn't take much for me to realize that there were ways to enhance a person's reality if there was anything they could do. Like draw stars. Like hit the baseball farther than anybody else. Like sing. Like there was something that you could use to get them into your camp so that you could try to teach them how to put up a tent. A way to reach them if he could find it. And I didn't need like all the big, like you say, the guy with the blah, blah, blah. You go, just open your own eyes and watch the world around you. Because sometimes people are still trying to tell you, here's what you should see, but you don't see. And I'm saying to a lot of parents, nobody knows your kid like you know your kid. So all those people that want to tell you, like Abaddon maybe comments on more if I was his teacher, and you should listen. But you should also watch, because if you watch the kid as much as you watch the teacher, or as much as you watch the people that are telling you how the world is, all those people that listen to Dr. Spock and they repudiated 5 years later and starts wearing military fatigues, and don't know all the people who listen to Dr. Tune In, Turn On, Drop Out, which he repudiated almost 10 years later, but they don't go back and put it all together in a big picture. So it's like you say, I watch you and listen to your shrooms, and I have listened to some of those TED things that you think I don't listen to, because I try to listen to the input come in, but I also watch you. Not just the you that accepts all the shroom investigations and people who have like, when I was still university age or whatever, and we were reading about why this Indian group would apologize to the animal that they had killed because it was a part of their total existence. So they said little brother or little sister or whatever. And then the peyote people were sometimes that same people. So they would get the smoke and the peyote and whatever. And according to them, they were using it to get this spiritual connection. And I think that people like you today still try to pass that off as such. It's like the LSD people who tried to pass it off as they saw the colors brighter, they saw this or that, they go, I think James Belushi was in that category, and I think probably Robin Williams was like, I think of all these people. So when people want to self-delude, I get it. I don't do it, but I comprehend it. But you can't tell people, here's the correct path, or walk this path. Almost every religion does do that. Here's the correct path, walk this path. A few people who seek enlightenment have an open spirit, but not very many. Even people who think the belief that it will take care of them. You're talking about what takes care of, though, is for them to be acknowledged as they are, who they are, walking a path. Because when I said, if you can watch the person and not just what it is trying to, or who, what or who is trying to form the person, because that means there's some preconceived, this is correct.